All right, I'm back with a brand new DCEU update. There hasn't been a whole lot of information released. I like to wait until there's enough stuff to actually do a video. Let's start with the big guns today. It actually has been announced that Zack Snyder's Justice League has an official release date of March 18th. I've already got that day off. I will be watching that movie several times that day, and it's going to be on HBO Max for sure. And they are talking about doing a limited release in IMAX theaters. That's being discussed as I'm recording this. So hopefully that happens. Either way, that day I will either be in theaters, I will be in my theater downstairs watching Zack Snyder's Justice League, which is going to clock in at over 4 hours. It also has been confirmed that that movie has an R rating today for intense action and a little bit of language. And that's kind of what happened with Batman vs. Superman. They do have an extended Ultimate Edition of Batman vs. Superman, and that was also rated R because it was intense and did have a little bit of language. So we kind of know what to expect from Zack Snyder. It's very much in line with the material, so it's probably appropriately rated and should be a fantastic time. 4 hours of amazing goodness. Zack Snyder also came out this week and was defending the fans that helped the movement of bringing his movie to life. There was a big movement behind it. It stormed the U.S. for many months. The Comic-Con, the San Diego Comic-Con, there was all these big things that happened, raised a bunch of money for suicide awareness, and did a lot of good. But there were a lot of media outlets over the last week that have called these fans toxic, and Zack Snyder was not going to put up with that at all. So he kind of put a lot of those people in their place. He likes the fans, and you can tell through his work that he loves, these characters, and I think if he's allowed to do what he's supposed to do, we're going to get the movies we deserve. So I am very much looking forward to Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League. The next thing I want to talk about is season 3 of Titans. They did cast a young man in the role of Tim Drake. His name is Jay. I don't know if I'm saying his last name right, but it's Jay Lycurgo. I could be saying that completely wrong. He's actually going to be in the Batman movie starring Robert Pattinson, but he will be starring as Tim Drake in season 3 of Titans. I don't know how they're going to work that out. You got Jason Todd still around. They're definitely not following the comic storyline, that's for sure, because none of these things would make sense, especially with as old as they made Bruce Wayne. Still an interesting show. I think the writing could be a little bit better, but it is very engaging with a high production value. If you've not seen the first 2 seasons of Titans, they are available on HBO Max, and I would highly recommend watching them. It's worth your time. But we've got some big casting, with season 3 of Titans. So that's going to be something to look forward to as well. The next thing I want to talk about is Batman the Animated Series. There is big talk that show is in early development to have a revival on HBO Max. Now, they already have a good roadmap for that. They have Batman, The Adventures Continue. You can see this is a comic series that started as a digital download first, and they did release them also in physical format. I love buying physical comics, especially Batman the Animated Series stuff. So they have a good roadmap and introduce some characters that were not in the original Batman the Animated Series. So you've got Red Hood, Deathstroke was in here, and several other characters. So it's a good roadmap for them to either launch from or continue and maybe bring some of these stories, actually, because most of these were written by Dini, who worked on the animated series as well. The last thing I'm going to talk about today is the Suicide Squad, which will also be releasing later this summer on HBO Max and in theaters. They released a synopsis for that. I'm going to leave a picture of that you guys can pause the video and read the synopsis for the film. That was released today as well. So we got lots of DC goodness coming down the pike. A lot to look forward to. We're going to see, they already announced that they're going to be releasing 4 movies a year in theater starting in 2022 and 2 on HBO Max. So we will be getting 6 DCEU features every year starting in 2022. Took them a while to get this, this whole train started, but now that it's in full motion, we should have some awesome stuff to be talking about in the coming year. So stick around in my channel, and you will be updated on all things DC. As news comes out, I will be putting videos together. If you haven't already, please like the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you will be notified when I have new videos go up. I do appreciate the support.